Welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I'm filming a C5 Z06. I've been looking for one for so long, and I actually made a TikTok video, and the person I'm filming responded in the comments. So I definitely kind of scout cars that I'm going to film either on Instagram or TikTok, so make sure to follow. But yeah, I'm super excited, and I want to just see what the C5 Z06 is all about. Why don't you introduce yourself and your car to the viewers?
All right, my name is Carlos, and this is my 2002 Z06. First car that I got was an 89 Fox body. It was a four-banger, automatic. And then from there, it was pretty old, so I wanted to get into something else, and I want to get into manual. So I came across the 2013 FRS. I had that one for quite a while. Went E85, did the whole shebang, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. But then I was like, you know what, it's time to graduate. I want something faster, I want a little bit more power. So I started looking to see what I could get into. I was looking at 5.0s, which are gorgeous, by the way. I still want one. And I was also looking at Vettes. I was looking at Camaros, but my sister and my brother had one previously, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stray away. I want to get something different. Came across this on a listing online. You know, talked to the guys for about a month and a half, the dealership, and sorted everything out, and that's how I ended up getting this.
So we were talking about how this car was a little bit of a nightmare, so why don't you kind of tell us what ended up happening?
First and foremost, my mechanic told me it's not no dream car if it's not a nightmare at first. So
okay.
How it went was I spoke to the dealership for about a month and a half, was going back and forth, got videos, pictures, VIN number, Carfax, everything. I wanted everything. And so yeah, you know, I thought that was putting me in the clear. So I live in LA, flew out to Florida right after Christmas, right before the new year of last year.
Yeah.
And went out there. These guys drove it to the airport, dropped it off at the airport. That was my first red flag. And then kind of started falling apart from there. Got into the car, smelled like mold. That was the first thing. Door handle, or not the door handle, the seat broke when I was trying to adjust it. There was things hanging from passenger side. Drove to a gas station, popped the gas tank to fill up gas. They gave it to me on an empty tank. Filled it up. This door was not closing, the gas door was not closing. So when I was driving, I have pictures of it where I'm like pushing it back in. And then check engine light came on, brakes went out when I was on the highway. I had no brakes whatsoever. It was the scariest thing of my life. And so yeah, and then I kind of seen when I was on the side of the road, I seen that the front bumper, rear bumper, and the passenger door are all one yellow, and the rest of the cars are different yellows. So I was like, yeah, you love it. We love a little two-tone going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, stressful, man. Brought it to LA after everything, got it trailered over here because I was not making it from Florida to here. And that's when the slave cylinder went out, and did a whole torque tube rebuild, and I'm deep in this car, about 7-8K right now. So yeah, it's been a journey. Essentially
the dealership was trying to scam you, right? That's essentially what's going on.
Yeah.
Can you kind of tell me what the location looked like once you finally went there?
Yeah, so what I did was, when I got the car at the airport, I had it for about an hour. Called the dealership, and I was like, look, dude, this is not anything what you told me. Like, all this is BS. Everything that kind of came up was like, you did not disclose any of this information. I felt like a bait and switch. I felt like they didn't disclose a lot of information because they knew I'd back out.
Yeah.
Kind of screwed. I had the car already, and I had did the paperwork, so that kind of like sealed the deal. I asked them if they could meet me the next day. They said yes. Ended up staying the night. The next day I ended up going to the sheriff's station. They said they couldn't take care of it. It was more of a it was a civil case. It wasn't going to be a criminal kind of thing, so they couldn't help me. And went to the dealership, and when I pulled up to the dealership, let me tell y'all, if you guys have ever been to the callejones in downtown or anything like that, all those little businesses, it's super dope, right? Not when you're going to a dealership, bro. There was alignment spots, body shops, chopped up cars. I was like, yeah, I got gypped, and I knew it. I felt it in my gut. I took a picture. Dude, their business was literally just the door. There was literally just a door and a window that said the name of the dealership, and I was like, yeah, this is awesome, bro. Called them, they're like, yeah, it's your problem, we're not showing up. So I got screwed. I was left there in the dark, man.
You were originally gonna stay there and stay there one night maybe, and then drive back to California.
Yeah.
But what was the total time you're in Florida?
So once everything started going down, after they stood me up that day, I got to work. I started like trying to figure out, hey, can you guys check out this car? Will it make it to California? A couple mechanics were like, yeah, it looks fine, blah blah blah. I drove it another 50 miles just in case, filled it up with gas, started driving out, and I got stuck in Mariana, Florida. I was stuck out there. Originally, the trailer people said they were gonna pick it up on the 30th of December. They canceled on me. They said they'll pick it up the 2nd of January. They canceled on me. The car didn't get picked up until the 7th of January. I didn't fly back from, I went to Tallahassee to Texas, from Dallas to Ontario to get home on the 8th. So I was out there about 2-ish weeks.
Oh my God,
dealing with this whole thing, bro. The worst. Spent New Year's by myself. I was like, yeah, you know what? Never doing this again, ever, bro.
All right, dang. Okay, well, let's get into the fun part. Let's head over to the front again, and let's just kind of do a breakdown of what you've done to it.
Okay, let's get it. Don't mind the rust. It's a Florida car. But okay, so first things first, when I got it, the lights weren't functioning as normal. So I had to replace the motors here and motor on that side.
Okay.
I also replaced the light bulbs because halogen were cheeks, bro. So I went to LED. I started using LEDs. Those are a little bit better. I'm gonna have to probably go with an aftermarket headlight kit. Don't know what yet, but yeah, I did that.
Okay.
I changed out the air filter there in the front because that was a mess. I cleaned the throttle body recently because I needed to do that. It's right here. Still looks like a mess, but that's okay. And then I changed out my master cylinder. I did a full flush for the brakes as well. I did the whole engine tune-up. So I did the manifold gasket. I also did the knock sensors because that was a check engine light that I got in Florida. I did the spark plug cables. Came with headers already, so I lucked out there. I did the oil, I did all the fluids, I did the water pump, and I also did the the thermostat. I did all of the pulleys because those are squeaking. The only one I haven't done is a harmonic balancer, so I'm a little worried about that.
All right.
Switched out the battery. I had to get a new windshield washer sensor because that was busted and that was leaking out. So I think that's kind of it for the engine. The transmission, I mean, you can't really see, but we did a whole torque tube rebuild. I did the rear diff fluid as well, cleaned that up, added a quick drain plug for the oil. We did shocks all around because the shocks were blown. Man, what else did we do? Brake fluid, I think I mentioned that. We did the slave cylinder because that was cooked. And we dropped to get that, we had to drop the whole rear. So when we dropped that, I was also checking everything else underneath the car. I did the fuel pump, or sorry, not the fuel pump, the filter, because that was pretty old. And I wrote everything down. I did the toe ends in the front and the rear, and I did the sway bar links as well. Got a Corsa exhaust super recently. That's not really a big thing. That's more of just like fun, you know. It wasn't really necessary. But I wanted it to sound more aggressive. So I got a Corsa Extreme. I got that off eBay, which was super clutch. I changed these to LED, added a little wing for fun.
Nice.
And then I also did, when I had the whole center console torn apart because I was doing a whole radio thing, I wanted to make sure it sounded good. I'm a real freak when it comes to that. I made sure to run a wire for a little rear backup camera. So I did that, and you know, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, you're not a real driver if you can't reverse without a camera. I'm sorry, I'm blind. I like it when I can see, you know.
Better than backing into something.
Yeah, exactly. And this is enough, man. There's plenty here. I think it's unlocked if you want to check out. Don't mind my sunshade and my water, but I do have aftermarket seats as well because the seats were broken when I got it. So that's there. I changed my little shift boot as well.
There's a B on me.
It's yellow. Oh, hey, it's matching.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, this B is matching with the car.
With the car, yeah.
It's looking good in there. So this has 2 times the cylinders. So how does this compare to your FRS?
I feel like I might get some bashing in the comments for this, but I feel like they're pretty similar in corners. I love driving the canyons. I don't speed in the canyons, but I love driving the canyons, and I feel like the FRS, because it's so compact, it just feels really nice. The thing about this one is it doesn't have a coilover system on all corners. It's actually a leaf spring like trucks have. So it feels a little different, but I like the way it sits. I like the way that it runs. It drives really nice in the corners and the straights. Oh, this will take the FRS any day. I promise you that it's real nice, very torquey, but it's very nice. I love it. The engine is amazing. The sound of it is great, and the good thing is that from what I've seen on forums and from working on it by myself and with my mechanic is that it's like Lego blocks for big kids. So the engine to work on is not a pain in the ass. You try to do that with the FRS, good luck. It's a boxer engine, you know, it's not that fun to work on.
Okay, well, you also mentioned something about E85. I don't believe it is on that.
No,
right?
No.
Do you now that we're kind of moving into the future plans, can you talk about your future plans and if that's going to be in that you know, time frame or anything?
So initially I wanted to E85 the car, and I'm still kind of on the fence about it. The only reason why is because it actually passed smog.
Oh, nice.
And that was like a big thing for me. I was like, damn, if this car doesn't pass smog because it's a Florida car, I don't know what I'm gonna have to get for it, yada yada yada. It still has the high flow cats, and it sounds good, so I'm kind of like, maybe I don't want to mess with any of that, you know. I know it depends on what I'm gonna do with the car for E85. I really want to, because it's a pain to fill up, bro. Right now I'm getting maybe 200 miles a tank.
Jeez.
And I'm paying like 75 bucks to fill up, so it's not cute. Having to do that every 3 or 4 days is kind of a pain. You know, it definitely is twice the cylinders, but it's twice the amount of gas money.
For sure.
But I don't know, man, the miles per mile is getting me, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, okay, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
You also do social media, so can you kind of talk about what you do, because I'm gonna plug all your stuff. And then also sure. I was telling him earlier, but we have a DJ car meet event soon, so I'm hoping he can come through, and we could also make other events with him, you know, headlining and things like that. So
that'll be cool.
Can you kind of talk about what you do on social media and just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, for sure. So like I said in the beginning of the video, my name is Carlos. My stage name is Leap of Faith. That's also my tags on Instagram and TikTok. Don't have Snapchat yet, but I'm on there, both of those. Okay. And what I do on my TikTok is I kind of have 3 pillars. I do DJ/music, because I'm a huge music fanatic. I've been in music since I was a kid. Gym, because health is very important. And cars, because of this thing, and because of my FRS before. I just always loved being able to like put out tutorials, even though it's like day and night, from like music to cars. For sure, yeah. Like in any aspect, I kind of like to help people, because I know when I was in that time of need, I was like, damn, I wish somebody explained it like this, because they left this and this out. So I like to get into detail, the real nitty gritty. So I have a couple tutorials on my TikTok about how to do stuff on the car, the C5 itself. I have tutorials on gym, so like form and workouts, whatever that is. And then I also have tutorials on music, so like what DAW I use, what kind of software I use, how to set up if you want to stream lives, what it took to get from you know, going from a single setup with the phone for lives to using a dual camera setup, and like how to wire all that kind of stuff.
Oh shoot, you got all kinds of tutorials.
Yeah, no, it's just because I wish that was stuff I got help with, you know. So it's a pain when you're figuring it out on your own, and I'm like, you know what, let me help someone out. Yeah, so if I can, I will. But yeah, that's what I do. But mainly my focus and my headway is music, everything. I DJ, I produce. Specifically, I do industrial tech and deep house, but I really like everything. If you ever catch me at a rave, pull up, say what's up. I'll be there. I'm gonna be at Dream State and Wasteland, so hopefully y'all are there.
All right, but yeah, nice.
Man, yeah, it came stock that way.
You could U-turn up there and then do the same thing basically.
Got it.
Dude, it sounds good. What motor's in this car? Like, what's the name of the motor?
The LS6.
LS6, okay.
Yeah, nice. So Z06s came with the LS6, and then the base Corvettes were LS1s.
Sounds good, man. That Corsa exhaust sounds good.
Yeah, it does its thing for sure. And I just love that it still passes smog. I think that's the beauty of it. Is like, it sounds good, it sounds aggressive, it sounds crazy, but it's still legal. It still passes smog.
It's hard to do that out here in California.
It is hard to do that, man. You gotta, they ask you to jump, you gotta say how high. You say, hey, I can't jump. They'll be like, nope, that's it, your car's good.
You can turn left. Yeah.
Got you.
That was good. That was nice. I really enjoy this car. I think
the older cars, they stopped getting love as much now that the new cars and like the TikTok era with like G80s and stuff like that. But there's always some, like, there's always a good character with a lot of these older cars that is missing in the new ones. And what would be some advice like that you would give someone who's looking into a C5 Z06?
Oh, don't do what I did. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll give you three pieces of advice. Do your research.
Yeah.
And I mean do your research.
Yeah. On
the platform, on the car, on the forums, on the maintenance, on the amount of gas money you're going to be spending. Do your research on everything. Tires, these things are wide. FRS tires are not wide, so the cost of them compared to this is like day and night. Granted, I did go wider on the FRS, but still, do your research. The second thing is make sure that you're ready for maintenance.
Yeah.
Regardless if you get a clean one or not, you're gonna be doing something on the car. It's a 25-year-old car,
yeah.
Depending on which one you get. Mine's just 25 years old. I got it. It's an 02, so yeah, we're just about in 27 almost. So we're halfway done with 26. So just be ready. And I'm talking about old car problems, man. I'm talking about things you would not think of. Bolts breaking. Think of you know, maybe the radios, the speaker line's not working. Think of, you know, light bulbs going out. Sure, it's small, but it's still things that you got to consider when you're looking into getting any kind of old car, regardless if it's a C5 or not. And the third thing is, I would probably say make sure you like it.
Yeah.
Like it. Like, I don't mean just looking at the car. Sure, it's nice to look at, but do you like the way it drives? Do you like the way you sit in the car? Do you like the way you feel? Some people feel like they're too big for these cars. Some people feel like the leg room that you get is not enough. Some people say the opposite. I would definitely say make sure you sit in it, get in it, drive it if you can. No, not if you can. Definitely drive the car. Test drive the damn car. Yeah. Test drive the car. Because, you know, it may be nice to look at, and then once you get in it, you're like, oh, you know what, maybe this is not for me. And that's okay. You know, some people really don't like that, and or the way that it feels, or whatever the case is. So I would definitely say those would be my top 3 things. Guys, make sure you do your research, because if you don't do your research, you might end up in a bad situation like I was. And I mean, granted, you know, we're in a better spot now, but if I knew all this was gonna happen, probably wouldn't have taken the deal.